Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Chrissy?
Wyatt,
Here.
Bunce,
Present?
Engel, sorry, I'm also here. Reeser,
Here.
Lawson.
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda, a couple changes down in the warrants section. The D and N fence is actually, per the listing, $16,825. And then it should say Hudson Hardware, $33,205.78 for the Thelma Street. Just a miss we had in the summary. The detail is right behind it. Anything to remove from the consent agenda? Not, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mayor's comments, welcome everybody being here in the nice, dry stuff.
The sun's out right now.
Yeah. Committee reports, Public Works Committee, Matt.
Public, help me out. Deer in the headlights, I'm not ready for this.
Mower and trailer.
What's that?
Mower and trailer.
2 items that are on the agenda for tonight.
Great. We're gonna discuss 2 items tonight on the agenda, and it's about a mower and a trailer.
Yep.
Did we talk any more about the dugouts? at Public Works?
The dugout packages have gone out with a July 15th return date, and it went to 4 individuals.
They were done with chain link fence sidewalls.
There'll be options on it.
Yes, there's an option for materials. Do you want this?
No, I'm good.
All right.
We're good. That's good enough of an update.
Yeah. Any questions for Matt?
No, but can I just comment that the fences on the fields look amazing? Oh my gosh, so
Good.
exciting. It's the little things.
Gail, Admin Personnel Finance Committee meeting of this afternoon.
Yes. So the first item was discussion for auditor RFPs. We had 3 of them. One was from Rachel Thompson in the amount of $14,550. The second one was from Bergen KDV. That cost was going to be $20,000 for the first year, and then the last one was from the state, and that was going to be $23,700 for the first year. Each of them then would be going up, and so the committee recommended that we go with Rachel Thompson as the auditor, and that'll be part of our agenda here tonight too. Another one was a wage increase for a water sewer employee. Originally, we thought we had communicated to him that since he would not get an increase since he just started in the middle of December, but we did not communicate that, and so at this time, the committee recommends that we give him a 1.5% increase since he had just been here just a little over half a year, so.
And that'll be on next council meeting's
Meeting.
agenda. So.
Yep.
Any questions for Gail? Thanks, Gail. Open the public hearing on the proposed amendment to the Hudson North Tier Commercial Urban Renewal Area. Chrissy, any written comments?
No.
Any oral comments? We'll close the public hearing. Open the public hearing on a proposed amendment to the Hudson Urban Renewal Area. Chrissy, anything written?
No.
Anything oral? Close that public hearing. Third one, open the public hearing to amend the Code of Ordinances of the City of Hudson, Iowa by adding Chapter 24, City Administrator, to the City of Hudson Code of Ordinances. Chrissy, anything in writing?
No.
Anything oral? Close that public hearing. Under general government, Hudson City Council maintains the right to waive the first and second readings of the ordinances presented and may pass the third and final reading of the same ordinance within the same council meeting. Item A, discussion action to approve resolution 2634, a resolution to declare necessity and establish an urban renewal area pursuant to section 403.4 of the Code of Iowa, and to approve an urban renewal plan amendment for the Hudson Northern Tier Commercial Urban Renewal Area. So a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
5-0. Item B, discussion action to approve resolution 2635, a resolution to approve urban renewal plan amendment for the Hudson Urban Renewal Area. This is also for LLC Development Lot 3 up in the Beavers area.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Lawson,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Bunce.
Aye.
5-0. Where am I?
C.
C. Thank you. Hey, do I get old? Discussion action to approve resolution 2636, a resolution setting a date of meeting at which it is proposed to approve a development agreement with Lot 3 LLC, approving annual appropriation tax increment payments. And this will be a public hearing held at our next council meeting, July 13th. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
This is just setting the public hearing then?
Correct,
It
just setting the public
It read
hearing.
kind of different than it normally does,
Yeah.
so.
A lot of that came from the bond attorney,
Got it.
so
Yep.
their language is a
Worked for
little
me.
different.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Bunce,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
5-0. Item D, discussion action to approve the first reading of ordinance 832, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Hudson, Iowa by adding chapter 24, City Administrator.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Bunce,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
5-0, thank you. Item E, discussion action to approve the first reading of ordinance 833, an ordinance providing for the division of taxes levied on taxable property in the June 2020 addition to the Hudson Northern Tier Commercial Urban Renewal Area pursuant to section 403.19 of the Code of Iowa. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Can you just summarize this in layman's terms?
I'll let Chrissy summarize it.
So this is, either last meeting or 2 meetings ago, we deleted property. We did the ordinance for that, so this is now bringing it back because we're amending that area. So now we have to bring the property back into that TIF area.
Is that the lot, is this the lot 3
Yes.
again?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, this all has to do with that lot 3.
okay. I do. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Engel,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
5-0. Item F, discussion action to approve resolution 2637, a resolution for approval of payment request number 1 regarding the Thelma Street reconstruction project in the amount of $33,205.78 to Hudson Hardware.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Reister.
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Bunce.
Aye.
5-0. Item G, discussion action to approve resolution 2638, a resolution for approval of payment request number 1 regarding the Pirate Drive extension project, and this in the amount of $20,363.81 to Hudson Hardware.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Hopefully it stops raining so they can keep moving and get another one of
Yeah.
those, right?
Yes.
Roll call.
Lawson,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
5-0. Item H, discussion action to approve resolution 2639, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a purchase agreement regarding property located at 1116 6th Street, and that was in the amount of $30,000.
So moved.
Second.
Third, fourth, and fifth.
Discussion. We're in the process of getting a survey done. We'll make sure that we've got the right distance, which should be 30 feet behind the residence, and then we'll get the abstract updated, and then we'll finish off everything.
Rock on.
Roll call.
Mayor, can I ask a quick question before you
Sure.
take a roll call on that one? Can I ask a quick question? On
Yep.
the purchase agreement, they mentioned something about an easement for sewer. Where does anybody know where the sewer line runs on that property? Because we might not even need one. You know what I mean?
Right now, Jake, would that be connecting from Sixth Street into their house, right? So I'm guessing, and I had not talked to them individually, but I presume it's in case they need to run a line from Eldora for a better connection at some point in the future? Would that be your thought?
Okay.
They'd have to run it over to 63, and the ditch of 63 is where the next sewer is.
So from a practical standpoint, the easement really wouldn't make any difference to them.
Really.
We'll work that out with them, because we'll have to make sure that we've got that in the survey, and I'll meet with Matt and Justin and get that configured.
How would it be if we were gonna run sewer though to the,
We can do anything we
New
want on our
lot.
own property.
but would it have to come from their property into this new property? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
Does
see
it
what
cross
you're
that
saying.
I
way?
wouldn't run it to 6th Street, I'd run it down to 63 ditch,
Okay,
is where I would take it to. There's a
Okay.
manhole there we could tie right into and do an internal draw.
But we have existing sewer and water
to the
there.
depot,
To
but
the
not
depot.
if we put a building
On
on
the
that
second
extra
lot.
part of that lot.
Well, we could
Like
tie
if we
into
were like
that.
gonna put a restroom there or something, is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
So if there's no need for them to have a sewer easement, do we need to borrow this?
No, you're just voting on the purchase, and it says subject to an easement, so it'll be a case of whether or not I can eliminate that easement when we get to finishing up the
Correct,
the
and
survey.
that's correct, and that's why I'm bringing it up, Mayor. If you can chat with them and have Public Works clarify for them that they don't really need that, that would be great to
Okay.
include that on the agreement.
Okay, all right, super. Thanks for the question, Heather, appreciate it.
Yep.
Roll call?
Wyatt,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Engel.
Aye.
5-0. Item I, discussion action to approve resolution 2640, a resolution to purchase a tractor and trailer for the city of Hudson. This is for predominantly the sewer department, and it was discussed in the Public Works meeting
So
with a
moved.
recommendation.
So moved.
Did I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion?
I have some questions about this. So, since we got such a great overview of the Public Works meeting,
You can read, can't you, Kate?
no, I do have some questions about it. So, what is this replacing anything else that's out there?
Updating what's currently there because it's not really sufficient for what we're doing.
Okay, so is it predominantly for mowing or is it for,
The trailer, it's a mower, it's not a tractor, it's a lawnmower.
Z-track.
It's
Okay.
a zero-turn lawnmower.
We're talking about the trailer right now, right?
I don't know, I'm talking about both
They're
of them.
both.
Both of them are on
Together.
there.
Okay.
So why are we, okay. And I asked this a couple of years ago and I don't think we ever got this done, so this is a project that I would love to see come to us. Is just coming from the outsider's perspective and not being on the Public Works Committee, we seem to have a whole lot of equipment down there that nobody has ever gotten like a whole list of inventory of what we have and what we use them for.
We do have a full inventory. In fact, we updated emergency management, so
Okay.
they're aware of exactly what we have. Jake and his crew put together a good detailed list that Chrissy and
I can
Katie
forward
helped
it
put
to you.
together.
Can you please?
Relative to the Z-Track, basically, it's an old mower that Rick was doing, which was probably a little bit dangerous in some of the retention.
Yeah,
Down
around
there?
the ponds.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've gone there
And-
quite a few times with it, and so this will be totally separate from us. This is gonna be water and sewers mower.
And the other reason for the trailer is so that then by having their own Z-Track, water and sewer, they can also go doing any mowing at the lift stations. And this is a smaller trailer than the big one, so you don't have to have a Class A to pull. This can be a Class B, so everybody in there.
Don't even have to have a CDL for this.
Okay, and this is coming from other people that have asked me about this part of it too. When is the last time that we have looked at cost effectiveness of outsourcing mowing? I know, but we just need to answer the question.
We have
need
not
to-
done any type of formal bidding while I've been mayor, so that's over 5 years.
I'm wondering if there, I mean, because we obviously, we all know that there's a ton of mowing that goes on in this community. And in any community in Iowa, in the summertime, you know, but would it be more cost effective if we look at sharing some of that rather than, $12,000 is a lot of money for a lawnmower, you know, for a lawnmower and trailer.
Yeah, what I would suggest would be a start from that standpoint, is when we take title to Byron Sargent Park, that we go out for bid for that, see what type of bids we get for that piece compared to what it costs us internally. We can allocate what our wages are, some of that type of stuff. I think regardless, we still need this piece of equipment, and then we could go out later in the fall to see what we have from the Jerry Williamses and the others. in
Is this the
area
best
and
way to
Royal
go?
Turf.
is this the best way to go? Because, again, if it's a lawnmower,
Right.
not coming from the public works side of things and just being the outside person here, $12,000 is a lot of money for a lawnmower.
So you're looking at 6,700 for the mower, and I believe the trailer was 21.
2,100.
67 is still a lot for a lawnmower.
But that's brand new with a 3-year warranty.
John Deere.
And it's through Deere right out here, P&K. I actually thought it was pretty cheap.
Did we look at other options or any,
Yes.
We
again,
did.
I'm
We
not
had
in
a-
this.
We had an associate bid.
Okay.
That's not a bad price for a commercial lawnmower.
Okay, and I saw the other bid that was in there to compare it to.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, obviously, like I said, this is other people coming to me and my questions as well from not being in that committee, but I just always wanna make sure that we're doing the best thing for everybody, but
I think with the Z-Track, he's gonna be able to mow faster than if it was a lawn and garden tractor.
Mm.
So when we do go out for bid for the public to bid on projects, it's gonna be hard to equal his time if they don't have a Z-Track.
Yeah.
well, there's a lot of companies out there that do though. that,
Right.
you
And,
know.
There
and on
is.
the other side, I've had people come to me, it's like, so why are we outsourcing this? Don't we have enough city equipment to do it, city personnel?
Well, and that's the other side, are we willing to spend $12,000 on this? Why are we spending $12,000 if we could go and look at the other side of this? Because you can do a whole lot of paying for mowing for $12,000.
Well, if we look at from the staffing standpoint, we've got 2 bodies on staff, in the water and sewer department. And they're probably not busy 100% of the time if they didn't have time that some of their time spent doing mowing, snow blowing, other type of stuff like that. And we really need 2 there so that we've got adequate backup for the whole sewer system.
But could they be doing other stuff within,
Don't know what that would be.
that's not all just,
What you're saying, that in a sense, you gotta have some people out there.
What they're mowing out there, what's gonna take with this mower is probably gonna cut their mowing in probably half, if not a third off of it. So they're gonna go from one guy a full day, day and a half of mowing to a day of mowing and weed eating. And
Okay.
that'll give them more time, like right now we need to be operating valves. Then we need to be flushing hydrants. We're doing all sorts of tests. Jeremy's in class getting certified. I mean, cutting some time off here and there is definitely gonna help them out.
and I like the fact that you were in the water sewer before you came to this, because, again, this is the stuff that everybody needs to know. and
I used to
make
run the
sure.
mower that's out there, and that was not a pleasant time. So,
I'm
Valid
okay
point.
with it, but I just wanna make sure that we're exploring all the options that are out there, because
Sure.
mowing is one of those things that is very visible to people in the community saying, my God, we're paying we're paying these city guys a whole lot of money to sit on a mower all day, all summer long. Why could we get it cheaper somewhere else? That's the question that's coming to me. I wanna make sure that we're looking at all the options out there, so,
Valid point.
thank you.
And I think, Kate, I appreciate you speaking up because, I mean, we talked about, that's the purpose of the council, that's why this stuff goes
Absolutely.
across the council. And in other cases, I've been the one not on the committee who asked the question. I think it's an important role.
Yeah, absolutely, so making sure we're all looking at stuff going on, so,
Yep.
thank you.
Roll call?
Alright, Lawson,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Reister.
5-0. Item J, discussion action to approve resolution 2641, a resolution for approval of an agreement for contracted education proposal with Blackhawk County Conservation Board, and Amy Davidson happens to be here in the back row in case anybody has any questions, or in case, Amy, there's anything that you want to comment on.
I just wanted to make sure that you saw that it was a 3-year contract
Yep.
instead of a yearly contract. It just takes so much time for me to do this every single year, so we hope that that's something that you guys will be okay with. And the price will not change in that 3-year time period.
Super. Bargain at $367 a year to handle our stuff,
Mhm.
we think. Any,
So moved.
Second.
further discussion? Roll call.
Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye,
5-0. Thanks, Amy.
thank you so much, Amy.
And you don't have to stick around for the rest of the meeting if you don't.
I actually need you to sign something for me, so I will.
Okay,
No problem.
we'll be out of here in a couple minutes.
You're fine.
Item K, right?
Yep.
Discussion action to approve resolution 2642, a resolution to appoint library trustee
Christie McNeil.
member to fill expired term, and I think it's Christy McNeil, right?
Yes.
Who's she replacing?
Cheryl Einsweiler.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Engel,
Should be.
oh, sorry. Alright, Wyatt,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Got me all screwed
We're
up.
talking fast.
It's hard when you don't look up.
And thank you, Cheryl, for your 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Item
L?
L, I gotta quit crossing these over before I say something to them. Discussion action to approve resolution 2643, a resolution for approval of auditing services for the city of Hudson, Iowa. And this is recommending Rachel K. Thompson, CPA, as recommended by the Personnel Committee.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call.
Alright, Lawson,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Engel. Aye. Reister.
5-0. Item M, discussion action to approve resolution 2644, a resolution approving the transfer of funds. And this is a little bit more than normal because it's year end as opposed to
Yep.
just a monthly.
Correct.
Have a motion
So
to approve?
moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll
Thanks-
call.
Thanks for the extra notes, by the way.
You're
Like,
welcome. Yeah.
saying where went what,
Mhm.
and that was very helpful.
Yes.
That's totally fine. Alright, Engel,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
5-0. Item N, discussion action to approve resolution 2645, a resolution to purchase police department squad cars for the city of Hudson. And as an update, Chief Banks has a new lower bid in front of you, which is a 2017. Do you want to comment on it, Danny?
It's a lower bid because it's an older car, but it still sits under 5,000 miles. That's
50,000?
50, what did I say, 5,000?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just a lower bid.
And the recommendation is instead of getting one brand new car, is to get two so that we have it basically,
Basically, we're getting 2 cars for the price of one. To outfit a new squad car will be about over $50,000. So we can get 2 for the price of one. These vehicles come with the light bar, siren. All we just gotta do is put radios, computers in it, and a cable.
gets closer to the point of each officer having their own car, so they don't have to be taking all the equipment in and out and everything else every time.
Less repairs on the cars going forward. Because right now, I told the mayor to explore now is water's coming in through the top.
Is that a problem?
And we
You have an
just got
umbrella?
it back, didn't we?
Yeah. So,
I'll make a motion to approve this.
I'll second.
But one of the things that I wanted to say too is I appreciate, and we've had discussions about this, but I think the officers may take a little more responsibility when it's their car they're taking care of as well, which I appreciate. My only question I never did ask you is where are we gonna park 4 cars? Do we have room to be storing 2 cars at the time? Do you have enough room in your garage?
well, where's Mel? We'll have his at his house.
Which is fine.
And then, there's always one car on the road, so that leaves 2 open. So
Okay.
that's,
So we've got enough room to.
got enough room if Jake leaves his golf cart away from the trailer and stuff, speed trailer. We'll arm wrestle for more space.
Go for it.
What I was gonna say, Danny, when you called about this, one of the questions I asked Danny was, if we're okay with used cars here, it seems like we've been buying brand new cars, and so I wouldn't mind going forward, on a rotation where we consider used cars, which I don't think we considered before, so
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100%.
I think one time historically, we'd gotten a used Crown Vic out of Chicago that was, it was okay.
We had one when I was on council still, I don't think you were, I think it was Kevin that was here. And there were some issues with
Yeah.
it, which is, I think is why the previous chief led towards more
Yeah,
new cars, but
but I like this too.
I do too, and I think it's a, try it, let's see what happens, and we can always adjust from there, but no, I do appreciate the forethought of looking at something different too,
Yeah.
so I think it's a good deal.
Roll call?
Wyatt,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Bunce.
Aye.
5-0, thanks Danny.
Thank you.
Item O, discussion action to approve resolution 2646, a resolution authorizing and approving a certain loan agreement providing for the issuance of $2 million general obligation corporate purpose bonds, series 2020, and providing for the levy of taxes to pay the same. This is basically for the bonding that we did last meeting, to back it up, right?
Yes.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call.
Engel,
Aye.
Bunce,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
5-0. Item P, discussion action to approve resolution 2647, a resolution for approval of agreement with Bank Iowa and the city of Hudson, Iowa for an interest rate structure on the library trust and memorial CDs. Looks like a 0.79%.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? One piece of discussion I'll actually raise, did they check with Lincoln Savings Bank for a rate?
Yes, yeah.
And much lower, or didn't have them?
It was much lower.
Okay.
And Mary checked, I think, with 3. I know Bank Iowa, maybe Veridian and Lincoln Savings Bank. And
Okay.
Bank Iowa was able to match, if not be better than the other one.
Okay,
So,
and that's what Bank Iowa's where we have the basic cities like that.
yeah, it'll
Okay.
make life a little easier.
Roll call.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Engel,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
5-0, number of informational items in the packet, reminder items, regularly scheduled meetings, council chambers except for electric board and library board. Public Safety Committee meeting, June 25th at 4 p.m. Public Works Committee, July 15th at 7 a.m. Mayor's Task Force, July 21st at 5 p.m. Personnel Admin Finance Committee, July 27th, 4:45 p.m. Next council meeting is July 13th and July 27th. And before we get a motion for adjournment, I sent out something to the council and staff, I think, part of some to Chrissy. Mayor Thompson and our Public Health Director, Nafisa Sisi Abonye, are gonna do a town-by-town, round-robin town hall type deal. And they want to hit each community, so we will have ours starting at 6:30 in Community Center on August 10th. Hopefully it will be a short meeting, we can get down and we'll have it downstairs, so mainly so they can answer any questions and comments on how the COVID worked from emergency management and anything else that comes up. So we'll work with the Hudson Herald, getting some information out once they get me more information, so.
Sounds
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you all.
You think you needed that one?
So you need a signature